Hi, everyone. My name is Anya Grace, and in this video, I am going to be sharing one magnetic mindset that will help you attract a soulmate partner and really deep love. This is actually the very first live stream I've done on my own channel. I've done a lot with my really good friend Helena Hart on her channel, and I'm kind of nervous to do it on my own. Welcome. I see a few people are hopping on. So this is the first live stream I've ever done on my own channel. And if you're joining on live, I'd love to see who's here. Hi, welcome. And yeah, so today we're really diving into a really beautiful mindset that will help you attract deep, deep soulmate love into your life. And we'll just dive right in. I don't want to make this video too long. Hi, Deanna. Great to see you. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer some questions, so plug them in. And it could be about this topic today, or it could be about something else. And I'll spend some time at the end going over those questions. So the biggest thing that I want to share with you on this mindset is that if you're ready to attract soulmate love, and you're here or following other thought leaders or experts or coaches around love and relationship, and you're wanting to either attract soulmate love into your life or deepen a current relationship, I hear a lot of women who have this desire. Obviously, it's a shared common desire that a lot of us hold, but so many women are focused in the wrong place, and they're looking outside of themselves and in the how-tos and all the ways that they, all the ways to follow the format of feminine energy to attract a guy, and they're really missing the whole point. So the number one mindset that is absolutely essential if you want to attract soulmate love into your life is essentially recognizing that if you are not 100% aligned with who you are at a soul level, how can the person that is meant to love you 100% at a soul level find you? If you are even 2% holding yourself back from this world and not expressing yourself 100% of the way, or not aligning yourself and allowing your most true, authentic expression to come through every single day of your life, and if you're hiding or you're suppressing your thoughts, you're suppressing your feelings, you're suppressing your self-expression, whether it be sensually, through your art or through your voice or through your clothes, if you feel shame over who you are at a deep, deep level, then you're not actually aligning with your truth. And the only way your soulmate can find you and come to you is if you're an energetic match to him. And he is an energetic match to you at your most authentic core soul level. So I hope this is making sense. Feel free to ask for clarification and I'll just dive in a little bit more. So what this means is that, I have a business, and one of the things that is thrown about in the business world is that in order to attract your soulmate clients, you can't hold back your messaging. And so this is really a perfect example of this in that realm, that, if I were to be talking about something in a way that's not actually truly authentic to me, how can I ever expect for the right people to find me? If I were to just even alter my messaging in the slightest, then I'm no longer an energetic match to my truth and to the true people that are meant to find me and learn from me in the specific stream, in the specific way that I have to share. So, and then with dating and relationship, if you're going out in the world, adjusting yourself, even in the slightest ways, maybe covering up something that you don't want people to see, or just holding back, then again, you're not fully embracing your most authentic core truth. And this is, again, something that will prevent your soulmate from being able to find you. So I'll give you another personal example of this. A lot of what I write and a lot of what I teach sometimes is somewhat radical and polarizing, and it can ruffle some feathers. And so for a long time, I've struggled really getting my message out in a way that feels truly authentic to me. And there's lots of times where I'll write something, and then at the very end I'll edit it in a way that makes it just a little bit more, just edit it enough where I feel like people won't judge it as much as it was in that most raw form. And so the problem with this is that if we keep editing ourselves, if we keep editing our self-expression, we keep editing our truth, then again, we are essentially approaching the world inauthentically. And every relationship that we engage in, whether it be romantic or friendship, will ultimately hold a level of inauthenticity and will not allow you to feel loved, adored, appreciated, embraced, and and what's the word? Accepted at the level that we are all meant to experience as human beings. So let's see. I'm having trouble with trusting and manifesting, and I manifest him cheating. I know I did because I kept thinking about it and I believe it happened. How do I shift my mindset? Yeah, so this is a really perfect example of how, ultimately whatever's happening to us on the outside is only happening because we're somehow an energetic match to it. So I truly believe that if we're experiencing abuse or we're experiencing mistreatment or disempowering experiences from the outside, there's something within us that is energetically aligned to that. So this is really all to step into true feminine power. It's truly about moving 100% away from victim consciousness and into complete 100% radical responsibility. So it's a little bit, so it's all about moving completely into radical responsibility. So I love that you, Cora, are speaking into this from this perspective of you are sourcing this. You source this, through your thoughts, through your feelings. You ultimately created this event in your life. How do I shift my mindset is the question. And it's just really beautiful that you are courageous enough and strong enough and powerful within yourself to have that level of self-responsibility. So I just got distracted. So just one moment. So anytime I close my eyes and I check in, what I'm really doing is allowing myself to, I'm just giving the feminine energy within me. I'm allowing myself to slow down and pause and go into silence long enough to receive energy. So every time I go within, I'm allowing myself to receive what's really meant to come through, not what I think is meant to come through. All right. Is this also, I just want to check in with the connection. I'm in my new studio and I want to make sure that the connection with internet is okay. So how to shift your mindset. So for one is really, I have a lot of people and a lot of women that work with me. A lot of the work we do is ultimately sitting with the discomfort of that experience in your life. So feeling into the pain and feeling into the discomfort of the experience of being cheated on and feeling deeply into the emotion that brings up. Because if you actually you can let this experience either disempower you further, or you can let this experience empower you because you let the fuel from the emotions that are felt deep, deep, deep within your body, you let those feelings rise up into your heart and you feel something. And to me, if I had the experience of being cheated on, that I would feel a deep sense of dishonor. I'd feel total betrayal. And that is not an energetic match to my true power as a woman. My true power as a woman, our true power as women, is in fully embracing that we are the goddess herself. We are that divine feminine energy. And that energy is meant to be fully honored, embraced, held sacred, protected, and cared for in that elevated way. So just going to come back to the main point here, which is that if you're wanting to attract soulmate love, focus less on the outside and who you're attracting and even the qualities within them, and focus more on who you're being in the world. And see if there's any part of you that can refine so that you can really step even more fully into your most authentic expression. So is there something that you haven't been sharing with the world? Is there something, I mean, we have social media, which I actually feel like is a really powerful way to express ourselves. And the feminine, I learned this from one of my teachers, Shannon Port, who started the Art of the Feminine podcast, and she's been a huge mentor of mine. She said once in one of her teachings that, the goddess, the divine feminine energy, is built beautiful for a reason. It's meant to, we as women are built beautiful because we're meant to be seen for that beauty. So if yourself or hiding out, isn't even in your own life, this is nothing, definitely on dates too, but just in your own life, then how can your soulmate partner find you? He's here, he was born into existence to love you along with his old purpose. But part of that purpose is to love you fully for 100% of who you are. And if you're not 100% of who you are, how can that soulmate find you? So again, if you're wanting to attract soulmate love, the mindset is to focus less on what's going on outside of yourself and dive deep within and see, how can I become even more aligned with my deepest truth, unapologetically? Because if we're apologizing for who we really are, then we're entering into relationships inauthentically. And you might be, if you enter into a marriage, 80% of showing your true self, then for however long you're in that marriage, you're not actually authentic in that deep love. So I'm here to support you to not only attract love and relationship, but to attract elevated love and relationship, which means that you get to be seen, honored, adored, embraced in the deepest way possible, the way that the sacred feminine energy has always been meant to experience love. That's possible, but it can't happen for you if you're willing to settle. It also can't happen for you if you're not willing to be courageously yourself. And that goes into one last point that I wanted to make. Classically, one of the collective feminine wounds that we are experiencing at this time is, and feel free to ask any questions. There's I love that people are here live. It's so fun. So feel free to ask any questions, and I'll get to those at the end. Classically, one of the collective feminine wounds that we hold is feeling like we're either not enough or too much. So maybe you can identify with that in your own life. I know I can. The experience of feeling, at some more in the past, I felt like I was not enough. And now at times I feel like I'm too much. And it's really scary to fully express and to be met with resistance from the outer world and to keep going. But if we're not fully expressing ourselves, we're continuing the perpetuation of that wound of the collective feminine, which feels like her full expression is not allowed or it's too much. And, it could be as much as, I know when I was little, I would change my outfit all the time. And people, men and women that I looked up to, would comment on the number of outfit changes I would go through on a daily basis. And I remember feeling a lot of shame over that. Like there was something, I just felt shame. It was like I felt like they were intentionally shaming me for changing my outfit, which is not a big deal. It's just my choice. Like, how does it affect those people? And later on in retrospect, I look back at that time and I recognize that all that I was doing, and I still do this when I change my outfit, is I'm expressing a different aspect of my feminine energy. The goddess shapeshifts, and I was wanting to experience something new. So, one second. If I had listened to those people and I'd suppressed my self-expression, then I would have been confined to this little narrow box. That's not the source of my freedom. That's not at all how I can attract what I ultimately desire in my life. So that's just a small little example of ways that we, as humans, ultimately can let those voices suppress us. And it's really damaging for the goddess energy. It's really damaging for the feminine energy within. But we're not victims. In this moment, you can make a choice to work on 100% unapologetically embracing who you are and expressing her. And knowing that from that place, you step into alignment. And alignment is everything, because it's only when you're in alignment, 100% owning who you are and expressing that person, that you are attractive and magnetic to your ultimate desire, and that you'll attract what the universe really wants to. The level of alignment and the way that the universe can give you a gift is dependent on your willingness to step into alignment with your truth courageously, because it's not always that easy. So this space is an example. This space is my soulmate studio. It is absolutely 100% me in like a physical space. I didn't do anything to receive this studio. I didn't look for it. I didn't go searching for it. It came to me. It found me, really, because I'm in alignment with my truth. I'm an energetic match for this. It's literally me energetically in a physical space. So it can happen with physical spaces. It can happen with career opportunities. It can happen with love and relationship. It's all about you stepping into alignment courageously, unapologetically, into you and your truth. Okay, so that's all I have for you today. Of course, I have a lot more to say, but I'm going to be doing more of these live videos. And if you have any specific desires in terms of what you'd like me to talk about, I talk a lot about relationship, love, spirituality, the divine feminine, but all from this sort of this angle of energy and spirituality. So I'm glad that you enjoyed that. Awesome. And definitely, tomorrow morning, actually at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I'm leading a free training on it's from a classic training series that I did last year called the Feminine Activation Trainings. And I'm redoing the first training of the whole series on the goddess. So in this training, it'll be an hour long, and we're activating the goddess energy within. And it's so deep. We'll be going into the subconscious mind to awaken your creative imagination, to awaken your creativity as a woman, and to activate the energetic codes of the goddess archetype in your life. So the goddess is all about raw, free, wild, untamed energy. And this is just one aspect of your energy as a woman. And so the whole series is about awakening all of the energies, but tomorrow we'll be awakening the goddess energy. So you can go to eastwestinterviews.com if you're interested in joining live tomorrow. I know many of you are already part of that. And I really look forward to speaking more. So thank you.